Yo boys, what's good? In this video, I want to break down how you can start and scale a content rewards agency with WHOP from someone who's helped brands dominate this space for the past month, and then primarily on WHOP, actually scaling their agencies, their coaching offers, their info products for the past 6 months right now. Basically, I want to pull back the curtain on how I've helped brands, creators, and entrepreneurs basically scale faster by tapping into a hidden gem, which is obviously in the past month, WHOP's content rewards. Now, listen, Iman Gadji just made probably one of the biggest investments within the online space into WHOP in the past, announced in the past month. Now, essentially what that means for people like yourself who want to start a content rewards agency, right, is right now is the perfect chance, right? Right now is the gold rush. People are flooding to WHOP to actually, do content rewards, actually promote content for other influencers, right? So WHOP isn't just another platform. It's quickly becoming the place for creators and businesses to basically monetize their audience while automating their back end, right? Because on YouTube, you need 4K watch hours, right? 4K watch hours to even be monetized, right? On WHOP, you don't need any of that, right? And trust me, those who move early here are setting themselves up for a serious win. Now, before we get into anything, I'm going to run you through what a content rewards agency actually is and what I do and what you should be doing, right? So basically, a content rewards agency connects brands and clippers. So essentially, the agency acts as a bridge between brands looking to increase their content visibility and then clippers who are proficient at repurposing content and sharing that on social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Shorts for basically maximizing organic reach. Now, basically, the whole sole purpose here is we focus on organic engagement. So instead of relying on paid ads, content rewards agencies focus on driving engagement by leveraging the reach and engagement of clippers, right? So essentially, it's a pay-per-view model. So brands pay for each view generated by clippers, sharing and repurposing their content. So whether that's $1 per 1,000 views, whether that's 50 cents per 1,000 views, whether that's $2 per 1,000 views, it really depends, right? Now, a cost-effective alternative. So basically, this model can be more cost-effective than running traditional social media ads, as brands only pay for the views that they generate, right? Now, the example here, so a brand might deposit $100 for a campaign and the clippers will be incentivized to share and repurpose the brand's content, with the brand only paying for actual views generated by the clippers' posts. Okay, now, why actually WHOP? So firstly, WHOP is probably the biggest platform, as I mentioned, due to Iman Gadji's investment, right? And content rewards is only going to get bigger, and it's literally just the beginning because it was released this time last month, right? So on the 25th of March, I think it was released. Now, after working directly with brands and creators inside WHOP, here's why it's such a game changer. Right now, there's three core things to this. So it's a built-in buyer audience, so there's no need for you to fight algorithms or burn money on ads. WHOP already brings in the traffic. Now, content rewards, as I said, which is literally brand new. You literally get paid for posting simple, valuable content inside the platform, right? Or outside on TikTok or Instagram. Now, there's also an automation infrastructure. So onboarding, customer service, retention is all handled within the built-in AI within WHOP. Okay. So essentially you're getting an automated business, right, that prints cash without you needing to do anything, right? All within one place. Now, it's basically the closest thing that I could possibly find, or I've found over my past, 5 to 6 years within the agency space. That's a set it and scale it system, right? Now, I want to break down what we actually do to help our creators, influencers, and agency owners basically scale on WHOP using content rewards and just WHOP in general, right? Building communities and selling through WHOP. So we build and optimize high converting WHOP pages. So that's the first thing that we do, right, when actually closing a client and working with them. So we offer custom landing pages, right? So basically all incentivized to grab intention, clear positioning, and social proof, all built within irresistible offers. Now, offer structuring. So I've worked with hundreds of agencies across my free businesses. Now, we basically help these brands, these agencies, these coaches package their services, memberships, digital products into simple, high converting bundles optimized for WHOP's audience, right? To maximize output. Now, sales psychology and copywriting. So we basically use the data which we've gotten and we derive it from other funnels, systems, softwares, landing pages, email marketing campaigns, right, that we've done and built out for other people within my agencies. And then we basically use those as proven frameworks to drive action, making it easy for visitors to turn into buyers without actually overthinking anything. Okay. Second thing is we create a content engine that's designed to maximize WHOP's reward payouts. So this is brand new. We've split tested this a few times across a few different creators, and it's working amazingly. So daily and weekly posting systems. So we set up a structured content calendar or structured content calendars so clients consistently post high engagement content that WHOP's algorithm loves, right? So we're constantly tracking WHOP's algorithm. Reward optimization strategies. So we teach brands how to maximize their earnings by focusing on 3 metrics. What rewards most? Now, engagement rate, consistency, and audience value are the 3 that we focus on. Now, short form viral content creation. So we also help brands repurpose their content across TikTok, Shorts, Reels, and then WHOP again. So boosting reach with minimal effort, because that's an completely automated kind of content repurposing system. Now, the third thing is we automate the customer journey using WHOP's AI tools. So WHOP has 3 core AI tools, so onboarding, community and membership management, and support and FAQ automations. So the moment a customer buys, they're automatically welcomed, onboarded, and given everything they need within the community or from the service. So no human intervention needed, no need of VAs or anything like that. Now, community and membership management. So we set up automations that manage member access, upsell premium memberships, and actually nurture customers inside the private communities. Now, the support and FAQ automation. So we use WHOP's AI support features, right? So we can go ahead and automate customer service, making it easy to scale without the usual headaches, of answering customer queries or dealing with someone that wants a review and, churn and all that other stuff. That's all automated inside the WHOP app. Okay. So we set up systems like this, right? Once a fan or a person that kind of follows these creators then goes ahead and submits a piece of content, right? What we'll set up is a make.com automation that will watch new records, and then once a new record has come in, it'll send a review notification email, right? And then send another review notification email once that's been completed, right? And then it will approve or reject of the video depending on quality, depending on length, depending on, kind of the derivative within the video. Okay, so basically then we set up a trigger for the next action. So we approve, if it's approved, they get a notification and then a confirmation, right? And then they can go ahead and publish. If they get rejected, it notifies the creator that the post has been rejected. And then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll set up a Airtable where it'll basically have the link to the content, right? And then the platform, date published, and then a timestamp, and it will basically be able to be depicted on whether the video kind of confirmation and approval is pending, whether it's been approved or whether it's been rejected. And then you can clearly see what's been rejected and what's doing good, etc., etc. Okay. Now, going on to the next thing, this is basically the funnel that drives results, not only for myself, but for my clients and my partners. So essentially, making money with WHOP is really easy. So this is how coaches, agency owners, and info product owners can use WHOP to basically monetize with AI infrastructures and content rewards. So your target audience, let's say it's coaches, agency owners, and info product owners. There's basically 4 key steps to this funnel, basically the same to any other funnel, right? So the funnel breakdown is the top of the funnel is awareness, right? Top middle of the funnel is interest, and then decisions is bottom middle. And then bottom of the funnel is actually action, okay? So let's get straight into, well, in short, let me put it like this. So we turn WHOP pages into automated cash flow machines. That's basically what we do. Okay. Now, this funnel is primarily here to drive results. So every client we work with gets a fully optimized funnel aligned with WHOP's ecosystem's strengths, right? So when you actually go ahead and get your first client, when you get your first partner, you want to build a fully optimized funnel. So you want to learn the WHOP ecosystem, you want to learn the WHOP algorithm, and you want to build a funnel which is completely aligned to that. Okay. Now, awareness. So content creation. So create high quality short form videos, education carousels, meme marketing, which is growing rapidly at the moment, and then collaborations with niche creators for awareness. Jump in TikTok lives and streaming. So strategic appearances on prospect lives to build real-time trust, answer questions there and then in real time, and offer free game on live. Right? And then a cross-platform strategy. So we use an omni-channel distribution strategy on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and WHOP itself to actually grow. Now, interest. So this is top middle of the funnel. So value drops, free trials, exclusive community invites, and teaser drops, right, to basically build interest. We use lead magnets, so mini courses, templates, playbooks, basically offered in exchange for email, right, for their email or community joins, right. Where we post lead magnets is LinkedIn and Instagram, right, to drive the highest amount of engagement, and then direct engagement. So personal responses in DMs, comment sections, and lives to basically create deeper bonds. Now, bottom middle of the funnel here is decisions. So authority content, so client wins, testimonials, and behind the scenes proof. Post that on LinkedIn and Instagram again, right? Irresistible offers, limited time bundles, launch bonuses, and urgency, scarcity triggers to kind of make the buyer or make the prospect make a decision quickly, right? So they're not kind of indecisively choosing when and how they want to pick this kind of service, right? Live closing. So use TikTok lives, webinars, or community AMA, which is ask me anything sessions, to basically answer objections there and then in real time, and then go ahead and close the deal live, right? So bottom of the funnel here is the action. So have a seamless checkout. So optimize what pages that remove buyer friction, right? Instant access, so automated workflows that deliver access, welcome messages, and onboarding immediately straight to the prospect and straight to the client, right? Retention automation, so using WHOP's AI to basically keep members engaged with drip content, upsells, and milestone rewards to basically reduce churn, right, is super important when actually wanting to build some action within your offer or your community. Okay, really quick success story here. So we basically partnered with a mid-tier creator struggling to monetize their community. They were using School and Kajabi, right? After setting them up on WHOP, and optimizing their content rewards and automating their backend, they hit 15K per month, right? Recurring revenue within 90 days. Now, it's not about reinventing the wheel, right? It's about leveraging systems that already work and basically supercharging them with AI, and kind of content rewards. Now, here's why you need to move now and right now. So here's the brutal truth. WHOP is basically in its gold rush phase, right? And during the gold rush, you don't want to be digging for gold. You want to be selling the shovel. So you want to be basically supporting these creators on the back end and making them more money with AI and content rewards infrastructures. Okay. So for now, there's massive organic reach, early adopters advantage, and minimal competition within the content rewards agency space, right? It's not going to get saturated because more and more people are flooding in from Iman Geji's channel, all of these other big creators who are promoting WHOP, right? They're all getting funneled straight into WHOP, right? So there's going to be barely any competition, right? The demand is super high and the supply is really, really low. I only have seen around 5 to 10 people online, right, not behind the scenes, that are running a content rewards agency successfully, right? So there's a massive blue ocean market here where you can jump into. Now, if you're considering building a content rewards agency, this is the time to kind of carve out your space and become a market leader, as I said. Now, this is basically how I went ahead and got a client within 3 days using kind of the content rewards kind of business model. Now, this is how to get client influencers or influencer clients by jumping into their lives. Now, step one here is find target audiences or target influencers that are going live. So look for influencers in niches like fitness, fashion, mindset, and gaming. And then also entrepreneurship. So these are the best niches that I've found, right, that are converting the best at the moment. Now, these are people whose audiences are highly engaged. They're getting maybe 10 to 100K likes per video, maybe 5K likes. Now, focus on creators with 5 to 100K followers, big enough to kind of have an authority, but still accessible to someone like yourself. So your DM or your reach or your message doesn't get lost in the live or in their DMs. Okay. Now, step two is join their live strategically. So don't join and pitch slap them. So join and spend the first few minutes being active in their live and in the chat, right? If it's on TikTok, what I go ahead and do is I send gifts, right? TikTok coins are really cheap. They're about 50 cents for like 100 coins, right? Send gifts. And then what you want to do is strategically ask smart questions, complement their content, and participate in the live genuinely. Don't do it disingenuinely where you seem like someone that's just going to come on there and pitch, right? Because what you have to think here, your leverage point is they're on live. They don't have the time right there, right then, to go ahead and check out your profile, right? So if you get in there and get them in the DMs on the live, right, the friction is gone, right? Now, some example comments to kind of build rapport within the live. So Something like this. You're crazy good at building a community. How long did it take you to get there if they're in the entrepreneurship or the fashion niche or the fitness niche, let's say? Now, another one is your engagement is, add an emoji in there. Curious, are you monetizing your content outside of TikTok too? So kind of tap into that, kind of offer that you're trying to sell them, right? Tap into that. If they say no, perfect. Jump straight into the next part. So introduce your opportunity kind of really casually. So once you've, or once you're noticed by them, right, they start replying to your comments, kind of softly seed the idea. So put something really simple like this. You should 100% get me rewarded from this if they say no to being monetized outside of TikTok. Now, there's a platform I've been helping creators with set up, and then basically where they earn money from just posting content like this day in, day out, right? Another casual comment here is you crush it on WHOP. It's basically built for people just like you, right? And wait for their curiosity. If they ask, what is it? Or, how have you earned, the right to, do something like this? You know what I mean? So then explain a little more once you've earned their curiosity, right? So step 4 here is offer a free setup or an audit, right? So drop a CTA like this. So say, I'll shoot you a DM after this if you want. I'll show you how you could earn an extra stream of income without doing any extra work. Free setup if you want to move up quickly, and make it more about helping them and not selling them, right? So my first creator that I got on board, he got banned at 300k followers, right? I've been following him for a few years. He got banned at 300k followers. He's at about 30k followers now, right? I jumped on his live and I was like, well, listen, man, I know you want to get more engagement, because I had listened to his pain points a few lives before, and in his content, like, oh, people are dropping off my lives, people aren't engaging with my content as much as they used to be. So essentially I dug into that pain point. Oh, listen, man, I know that you want to get more content out there, and I know you want to drive more engagement on your content. So listen, we can go ahead and do this. We can set up this system where we essentially drive you more content and, well, make you more content and drive more engagement using this content reward system, right? It's a really cool incentive for you to actually grow and then monetize your audience as well. So again, make it about helping them and not selling them. Now, step 5 is DM follow up after live. So immediately DM them something friendly and non-pushy. So, yo, John, loved your live earlier. If you want, I'll show you a quick 5-minute breakdown of how you could be earning on the top of your content, right? Totally free. Figured it could help. Want me to send it? Create a really simple 5-minute loom of like a Miro board breaking down of how they can actually monetize their content outside of TikTok. From there, go ahead and book them on a call, and then, as I said before, send them a loom breakdown to actually go ahead and close the deal. Okay. Now, basically, that's it. That's all you need to actually set up a content rewards agency and start driving content and driving, revenue for these creators. Now, what you can go ahead and do is from this, write down everything you need, take anything you need, copy it, and basically build these systems, build these funnels yourself, right? So you can actually start selling them to creators. Use the TikTok live method as long as Instagram DMs and stuff like Twitter DMs as well, DMing these content creators, influencers, agency owners, coaches, consultants, info product owners, whoever it may be, to actually convert them into a partner for yourself. But if you want to get influencers really quickly, and like I said, within 3 days, I got my first client, right? Use TikTok lives. Okay. Now, basically, the final thoughts here, right? If you're serious about starting a content rewards agency or want to partner with someone who's already paved the way, WHOP's where the smart money is heading, right? Now, tap into content rewards, automate their backend, and scale them faster than ever. Because honestly, do this. Don't charge them an upfront fee. Charge them a percentage of what you make them, right? Or charge them a percentage of whatever they are kind of, gaining from your services. Okay. Now, listen, if you need any help building your content rewards agency, or you're an info product agency, influencer, or kind of coach, and you want to actually scale what you're doing, gain traction, make money, monetize your audience, drop me a message, right? Drop me a comment or drop me a message on Instagram, which is linked below, right? Where we can go ahead and essentially help you scale by optimizing your WHOP page, create a content engine for you, and then we automate your customer journey. Okay. And then what we go ahead and do is we build awareness, interest, decision, and action in a funnel for you. Okay. And then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll derive all of this and set up all of these systems, all of these automations to make this make the basically the revenue generation as simple as we possibly can. Now, listen, that's basically everything that I got. I really appreciate you watching. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm here to help, and I want to make this happen for you. Cheers.